What's up to Lion Talk Live? So we love you too, buddy.
What's going on, guys? It is Aiden Hutchinson.
What's up, everybody? It's Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron, a.k.a. First Ballot.
What's up, man? It's your boy Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Greetings and salutations to everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Dan Skipper, offensive weapon for the Detroit Lions. Make sure you all help support Lions Talk Live, Coach Dan, by clicking on that like and subscribe button. Everybody, woo!
I love nothing more than watching Lions Talk Live every morning. Woo!
Woo!
Oh, well, greetings and salutations, everybody out there in YouTube land. I'm your host once again, Dan Thornton, and I want to thank you all. Hey, I get we just got off the air about an hour ago. I get Kurt Steele's putting in overtime here, so hey, we'll try to make this a quick one. But as you can see from the thumbnail for this one, the Detroit Lions just got some good news. This is coming from multiple different people. I can't name names, otherwise I think I might get them in trouble. But people that aren't reporters who are live watching the season ticket holders practice, I guess you could say, and they're all sending me messages, sending me some photos. I don't think they're supposed to do that, but anyways, they're sending confirmation that Alex Anzalone about 20 minutes ago walked on the field and is resuming practices. Kurt Steele, you hear this? Are you surprised? Are you shocked? Do you think both sides came to agreement? Tell me your thoughts.
No, I just think he's back at practice. I said that he said once he was healthy, he was gonna come back and play. So that's what he's doing. And the ticket holders can post pictures to Twitter.
Correct.
I don't think it's video, but they can post pictures to Twitter because I know some ticket holders that are there. And actually, multiple outlets, beat reporters have posted that he's back. Not only is he back, Aquadine Muhammad. Ennis Regstraw's back, Roy Lopez is back, Tyleek Williams is back. So got a plethora of guys coming back into the fold for padded practice today. So the only guy I didn't see was that Kinley. He's not
right
there.
But
all the other guys coming back. So no one's come off the pup list or NFI, but the guys that were being kind of held out of practice are back today. So I'm liking what I'm seeing, but I just think that Anzalone is going to play out his contract one way or the other. He said that the other day when he had his little media scrum. So he's saying, "Hey, what is Pierce talking about?"
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm looking at your stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he said
Kirby Joseph is not at practice today. That I do know. So for those joining, and Alex Anzalone, along with a bunch of other people, did return to practice today. Kirby Joseph being held out. Don't know why on that. Maybe we'll get some information for you guys later today. It's been talked about by a lot of different people, either us in the YouTube community or people in the chats or whatever. This thing's become a little bit of a distraction. Do you think the Lions and Alex Anzalone have worked it out and just said, hey, we need to just squash this, move on, focus on the Super Bowl? Or what do you think has got him to be out on the field here today?
I just think that I have to believe the 100% that he said that when he was healthy, he'd be back on the field. I just think that he's just honoring his commitment. He said he was gonna play no matter what, contract or not. Once he got healthy, he said out of his mouth that he injured his hammy doing a conditioning test, and that's the same sentiment that Dan Campbell had. So I'm gonna take him at his word. I'm going to take him at his word with saying that, he got banged up a little bit, and now he's healed and he's back out there.
Well, I think we can all agree when the Lions first signed him, when this new regime came in, there were not much for expectations regarding him. He was kind of a meh player, I guess you could say, for New Orleans. But obviously, MCDC and Aaron Glenn had some insight on his abilities. Every year he seems to have improved. I think most Lions fans would say last year when he was out, the defensive coverage was noticeably different, even though they had a gajillion injuries. We get that. With him in there, do you think the Lions still might re-sign him to any kind of contract extension, or do you think this is probably his last year in Detroit?
I've kind of said it. I thought it was going to be his last year in Detroit. I think the Detroit Lions are trying to get younger. However, he's playing his best football right now. So can you give him some guarantee this year and maybe a 1 year, maybe a 2 year with a voided year on the back end? So have him in the fold for 25, 26, and then have a voided year for 27. That's a possibility. We'll see what the money he wants. But I just think for him right now, I just think is really about guarantees. People can kind of really, kind of get mixed up in the NFL contract where you look at contract guarantees. These guys, people say, well, they said that were going to honor this contract, but you got to kind of look at it like guarantees in a contract help you for the future. And then say if you get hurt, like they get pennies on the dollar if they get hurt. So you think about how much money, so if they don't have any guaranteed money on their deal and they get hurt and have to sit out multiple games, they're not getting those big game checks. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he wants some stability and some guaranteed on his deal. And I think he said he wants to be a Lion and retire a Detroit Lion. So I gotta take him at his word.
Talk about that real quick, and then let's get out of here. I get everybody Saturday, get the guys going on with stuff. But last year, he messes up the arm, breaks it, and everything. Do you think maybe that's in the back of his mind that maybe he's getting a little bit older, a little bit more beat up, and hey, I'm one hit away from being donezo. I need a little bit more guarantees if I'm going to play with the reckless abandon he does play with.
Yeah, I just think for him, it's one of those things where he wants that security. And I think probably the biggest shock for him is that a guy like, Dan Campbell, who we was with down there in New Orleans, is like, man, we've been, you're my guy, I'm your guy. So, and he had to build that the relationship in Detroit. Like he had to build his, what he does on the field in Detroit, because like you said, he was a role player in New Orleans, man. He was a third down specialist where he covered tight ends and he was a special teamer. And to have that bigger role in Detroit, he had to kind of come into his own. A lot of people didn't like him in Detroit. Same kind of like Jared Goff. Like people were calling for him to be gone. And then he actually played his way into a captain and to one of the best players, actually one of the best linebackers in the league, especially off the ball linebackers.
Last thing, and then let's get out of here, get everybody going for their Saturday. But let's play devil's advocate here. Do you think MCDC, in his presser, not today, but yesterday, did say he had more or less expected Anzalone to return? Do you think he had any kind of conversation with him and said, hey, you either got to get on that practice field or I got to give that spot to somebody else?
I think they probably definitely had a conversation. They probably had like, hey, man, how you doing? It probably was probably more on the personal level. Dan Campbell's, he's a straight shooter, but one thing he does, he's a caring coach about his players. So he probably was like, hey man, we're going to need you, or whatever the situation is, we're going to need you out on the field. And probably one of those things where Anzalone was like, okay, well, I said I was going to play no matter what, and I'm going to honor that. And he got out on the field today.
All right. Kurt, I want to thank you for jumping on super quick. I know I gave you like 10 seconds or less. Hey, are you ready or what? But anyways, hey, give yourself a shout out to everybody about you, the great work that you do, and everything about the Boss Up Ball Out community.
Hey, man, we're at the Boss Up Ball Out podcast. You can check me out over at kurtsteele.com. Of course, over at Lions Nation United as well. We just had a special Saturday edition. It was premiering right when I came on. So make sure you go check out the replay, man. So, give us a shout out, man. Tell us what you think about the show. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, man. We enjoy having the Do Crew on with us. Had a couple of Do Crew members over there this morning, Bo Booth and a couple other guys. So make sure you go check us out over at the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. Because, your boss is like us, man. The Do Crew and the Boss Up Group, Ball Out crew, it's the same family, man. So, thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, everybody, we'll get you onto your Saturdays. If there is more breaking news, Kurt or somebody will get it over to you. I'll try as well. If you would be so kind before checking out, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons, do something kind for someone you don't know, be a good human being. See you guys all in the next Lions Talk Live. Take care, all.
Later.
Excuse me, sir, would you... Donations to Reverend Moon? Jews for Jesus? Read about Jehovah's Witness? How about Buddhism? Help Jerry's kids? Oh, yeah. Scientology? Or nuclear power?